Hi, welcome everyone to this another session that we are doing on healing art. This is a bilateral drawing session where we will be using both our hands to draw. So this is going to be fun and interesting, and once again a part of art where you're not trying to create anything beautiful, but you're trying to get into the flow and sort of enjoy the process. We have to do double things today. So if we draw, we'll be using both hands, two tools to draw, two papers maybe. So here we are, bilateral drawing with me. So basically, it's drawing with two hands. It's an art therapy technique. A lot of times it's used for trauma healing because you have a lot of the trauma is a lot of it is in the mind, and they want to take you to your inner space, which is peaceful. So you use a lot of art techniques, and this is one of the things where you use rhythmic movements and then just without thinking. So if I tell you, okay, let's make a flower, let's, first make a circle, then make a petal on the right, then on the left, your mind is in totally in, involved in it because it has to follow the instruction process step by step. But if I tell you, let's just use our hands, let's just keep going and keep repeating, you sort of get into a rhythm. So that's the beauty of it. And of course, why? Because obviously we want to engage the right brain and the left brain. And so there's a logical and the emotional side, and we kind of want to have a balanced mind. Materials, as I already said, nothing really needed. I mean, you could do it with anything that you have, but to start, if you have never done this, it's easier to just use paper, pencil, colored pencils, pastels, markers, anything that you have handy. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here on this screen, and then I want to talk about it, but I also want you guys to start doing it with me. And for now, I just would like you to close your eyes and then just do a little grounding practice with me. So you can close your eyes or you can lower your gaze. If you're in a place where you can put your feet on the ground, then you can. We'll try to focus a little bit on all the sensations that are in the body right now. So whatever is happening, any sounds that you're hearing, any aches or pains in the body. Let's just have an intention that these are not going to disturb us. Sometimes it's harder to close eyes, so you can just lower the gaze. We're just trying to come into alignment with our body sensations and feelings. First, you can start by focusing on the breath, not trying to take any particular way, but just noticing the inflow and the outflow. And let's do a tiny body scan where we can just see the crown of the head. Are there any sensations? And just take a couple of breaths here. Just moving down. Feel your eyes, your face. If there is any tightness, just send a gentle message. You're safe. Just be relaxed. Come down to the throat. We hold a lot of stress in the neck and shoulders, so if you want, you can move them a bit as you feel them. If you feel that there is anything which is tight, feel free to shrug your shoulders or move your neck in any which way. I am here. I am relaxed. Slowly come down to the heart. Take a deep breath here. Grounding it in the pelvic floor. So make sure you know that you are supported by Mother Earth. And right now, if you're on a chair or sofa, cushion, ground, you're always being supported. So deep breath here, hands and feet. Just a grateful thought that so amazing that you are here today. You've taken out this time to try something new, something that you're open to, and you're being creative. So that's wonderful. Okay, with that, when you feel like, you can open your eyes. And the next thing that we want to get into is drawing. So we will be trying 3 kinds of drawing. If you want to, I just want to briefly talk about it. So we will be drawing with our eyes closed. In this one, we will be focusing on the body sensations. So that's going to be using both hands while our eyes are closed and when we are using. So I'm going to stop sharing here and we'll go back to that. But right now, let's go get into the mood because you just had your eyes closed. All right, so I have two pencils. So when I say use both pencils together, it's just like this. We are not really getting into what we are making, okay? Whatever is coming. So I will just start rotating. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. I have really no idea what I can't see, but that's not the point. So I'm just okay. So this is not about what you create, but what you feel. Now I'm going to continue doing that and I'm going to stop talking. Maybe put some music on and you can
Do
try.
we have to like focus on some feeling or something like that, like while drawing?
No, we are just trying to see whatever is present currently because you just had a grounding. So you have sort of reached a state where you are currently in your heart and mind. So not thinking about anything, just closing your eyes and just going with your intuition, which is very different than a directed drawing. So we will be doing that kind of drawing too. We will be directing our thoughts. But the first thing, what we are doing is just coming into the flow. There you go. Let's close your eyes and you can open them if you want to pick another color or something. But otherwise, let's just go. Yeah. Just try to move both hands at the same speed. If it's very slow, let both be very slow. The eyes are closed, so there is no judgment. Only focus on the hands moving. So how was that for you? I hope you were able to enjoy that experience. So here I have like you three things for you. One is tree of life. Tree of life is growth, strength, resilience, right? And then another one is heart, which is emotions. And then butterfly, which is change and transformation. Okay, so same thing since we're doing bilateral today, we will be using both hands. But here, you know how a heart is. So let me use one hand to draw a heart first. Okay, this is a heart. And now if I want to create both, then I will have a starting point and then I'll go out as best as you can. Doesn't have to be. We try to see if we can make it. Okay, so and then when I start the music and we're making and you're thinking about or feelings, just feelings of love, gratitude, anything, what is good. So focus on what's good while you draw the heart and fill your heart with love. And we will just be drawing hearts. You can draw one heart, you can draw as many as you would like. The only focus is that we try to use both the hands at the same speed if possible. And let's draw some hearts again for about 5 minutes. Again, the focus is on the feelings. And the attention is that both the hands are moving. The instruction is to keep filling your heart with love and moving both hands at the same time, creating a heart full of love and joy. All right. Okay, I am now going to move on to make a butterfly. To make a butterfly, let's just so similar to the heart. We can actually do the heart exactly. So side hearts, maybe one side heart and another side heart. And then bring both together to make the center and then sides. It could be any type. It doesn't have to be exactly mine. Now I feel like, oh, this wing should be bigger. So again, double hearts. This is my double hearts butterfly. Okay. I feel like this one should have one inside. So I'm using both hands. So what's important is I'm using both hands. I could just make simpler shapes also. They may not exactly look like a butterfly, and that's totally fine. So now, if you are comfortable in any which way, to try the butterfly, try it out, think about ways you have been emerging as the person you would like to be in 2025, in whichever ways, by working more on your solar plexus chakra, where you talk about, you stand for what you believe in, that what you're doing more, maybe you are saying your truth more, your throat chakra, your life. What is it, the areas maybe you're working on your health more by taking out time for, walking, exercising, yoga. So the lines, you can see, lines can be straight also. It's just that both the hands are moving. Spheres or circles are something that is everywhere in nature and they come very easily to us. So you can, with in a lot of activities, a lot of actions is always like circular, but it's totally fine. So if you have tried the heart with the emotions of gratitude and filling it with love, you've already tried that. Now you've also tried to make a butterfly, which is change and transformation. Now we'll honor how we have always been there for ourselves. You won't be here working on your, self if you were somebody who gave up, right? You have always stood by yourself. So now we'll move on to making a tree, and the tree is going to have roots, which are your core values, your strengths. It's going to have a nice big bark, and then it is going to have all these multiple branches. Now, we're not going to make it very complicated because, again, the task is that we have to use both hands. So, you may have seen a tree of life. It has a lot more roots and a lot more branches. So, holding bilateral drawing, so both hands, pencils, doesn't have to be totally equidistant, but we'll try. And then just making two straight lines. Now, you can start. If you've already started, no problem. Move my paper. Going on two sides, horizontal lines. These are going to be roots. Coming back in, trying to make multiple roots. Do the best you can. There is no judgment here. You're not critiquing anybody's art. The whole thing is about the process. Now I want to work more on my roots, so I'm going to use both the pencils to sort of fill up my roots. You can also feel about things like the ground is always supported you. Your roots have grown over time. So a gratitude for. And now, if you're doing both pencils, just think about how you have stayed strong through it all, come what may. Maybe you branched out a bit. If you find it easier, to keep both of these together and just draw like that and do that. If you find it easier to go in different directions, you can try that. No right, no wrong. That's your tree of life growing. And if you want to, again, simple leaf shape using both. Focus on the feeling. How are you growing? Standing tall, you're deeply rooted, staying strong, and you're growing, growing, growing. Spring has sprung, and new branches, new leaves, new flowers. How are you growing? Blossoms, leaves, whatever is coming to you. Tree is healthy. This tree is full of life. The tree has a long, long way to grow and keep spreading and sharing all the flowers, all the shade. Beautiful, beautiful tree. All right. So we did the drawing with our eyes closed. That was more like staying in the flow of that minute and just noticing whatever was coming. We were not trying to do anything particular and we just make scribbles, but we just use both hands. So we were sort of doing also the rhythmic. This is the same thing. You can do rhythmic scribbling with your eyes open also. Then we used the gestural drawing where we actually created art. So we were aware of what we are creating. And here we went ahead and we went and we made the hearts and we felt our emotions. Then we did the butterfly where we were obviously thinking about the ways we have transformed and we are transforming ourselves into the beautiful butterfly, which is, happy to be seen, happy to go to any flowers and just fly. That brought us to the tree of life, our growth, our strength, our resilience. And now I had this, you can read it. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you really enjoyed. Thank you, Veena. Veena says it was refreshing. Pratiksha, I can see your art. Would you like to unmute and say something?
This has been one of the most calming, interesting, freeing, and most enjoyable sessions I've ever attended. It's really
Thank
been
you.
totally enjoyable. And
Wonderful.
honestly, this is going to be one of the best sessions that I've ever
Oh, thank
attended.
you so much. Thank you. I'm
So,
so
so,
glad.
so much love and thanks to you.
It's very bright and happy colors. Very nice. Very lovely. Really lovely.
And where I actually got the connection was the tree. Was something really amazing, while drawing.
Thank you for sharing your energy with me and your time. And I'm very grateful and feeling really happy that a lot of you were able to try something new and then were able to do something which was a tool in your toolkit to calm you whenever you need to. All right. Bye. We'll see you next week with something. Thank you. Bye.